Well, I know it's really cold in a lot of the parts of the United States, but down south in Disney World, things are really starting to heat up. Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Mouse Talk. This is Mouse Talk episode 92 for the week of January 30th, 2019. Mouse Talk, a bi-weekly podcast where we give you up-to-date Disney news from Walt Disney World, and we sprinkle in the other parks around the world as well. Well, hello everyone, I'm Walt.
I'm Melissa.
And we are back with another episode, and this one's going to be a real good one today. We are back and better than ever. Lots of exciting news coming out of Disney. We have some Flower and Garden Festival news. We've got some other really cool stuff coming out, and we got a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. But before we do that, let's talk about mousekeeping. We do live streams every Tuesdays and Thursdays on YouTube, so be sure to check us out. We love to do them. We have a good time with them, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, we have lots of fun. We have a great group of people that join us, and we'd love to have you join us as well.
Yep, we talk about all things Disney and other things as well. So check out our live streams every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Also, you can check us out on social media at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And then you'll see those links below. We also have merchandise as well. So if you're looking for a cool Mouse Talk t-shirt, check us out. Check out the description below for sizes and colors. Lots of fun stuff.
Yeah, you can make your own shirt, pick a logo you like best, make something else if you don't want a shirt. We don't care.
That's true. But the Mouse Talk shirts are fun. We have one. I have one. I love it. And finally, if you'd like to help support our channel and help us make our videos better with better content, there is a link also in the description below to do that. Any support is never expected, but always much appreciated.
Absolutely.
Yep, so let's get right into today's show, and we're going to start with our In the News section. What's our first news story, Melissa?
All right. Well, reusable bags are coming to Walt Disney World. So Disney is implementing changes in the types of bags they provide for guests when purchasing merchandise at the parks. Disney is now going to be using reusable bags at all the parks. So they're going to be specifically themed to each of the different parks and can be used over and over again. They will most likely feature park icons and attractions pertaining to each park. Each of the four park-centric bags will be unique. The reusable totes will cost about $1 to $2 depending on their size, and Disney is making an effort to reduce its single-use plastic bags by the end of the year this year. Now, merchandise that is delivered to your resort hotel from the parks is still going to be delivered in those plastic bags.
Yep, I'm glad to see this. It's nice to see that they're trying to be obviously eco-friendly, environment conscious for sure. I think these new bags look beautiful. I really think they're nice looking. I'll have to show them to you later.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Me too. I think these are going to be really nice. I have no problem bringing that bag into the park. And if we're buying something as we're walking out the door, just put it in the bag.
Sure. And it's actually kind of like another keepsake to bring home. And
it's
something you can use at home as well. And of course, a lot of places are going this route. I know Disney started talking about this a while back, so I was wondering when they were going to implement it. So I think it's a good change.
I do too. I think this is going to be fantastic. And I think it's well past due that we start doing this. They've become environmental friendly in other parts with the straws over at Animal Kingdom. And they're getting there. But it does make sense that when it comes to things they're shipping back to your resort, it still has to be the plastic bag.
Yeah.
That makes sense. For now. They might change that down the road too. You never know. Yep. So definitely coming soon. I don't think we've actually implemented it yet, or they're getting ready to. I mean, like within the next few weeks, we'll see this for sure.
Yeah, good.
Good. Our second news story?
Oh, well, this is exciting. The installation of the gondolas has begun. So Disney's new Skyliner transportation is moving along quite nicely. In fact, the process has now reached the point where Disney has started installing the actual gondolas. You can see some installed gondolas at both the Caribbean Beach Resort and the Epcot station. The gondolas are still covered with tarp, but well in view of park guests. Disney's Skyliner is slated to open in the fall of 2019. So who's excited?
I am. I really am excited. They have really started to implement the gondolas in all of the stations. You can see them. They actually did on the Disney Parks blog a little tidbit talking about the gondolas. And I think it's the Caribbean Beach one, which is going to be one of the bigger ones there of all the stations. You can see like 20 of them that are already hooked up and ready to go.
And I read another article that they're actually even testing them on the strings now. So they're not just hooking them up, they're moving them along just to see how the process is working. I mean, I'm almost surprised. We were talking about this off the podcast, that we're surprised it's opening as late as it is. It seems to me that it should be, the way they're progressing, that it would be opening much sooner. I mean, who knows?
It might. And fall to them could be, when's fall? September?
Technically the end of September.
Yeah, the end of September.
21st, but,
so, yeah,
we'll see.
It's going to be interesting. There's a lot of them. I'm really excited to see it. I don't know if anybody out there, if you're listening to the podcast, let us know in the comments below. Have you seen them testing them? If you're down in Florida while you're down on vacation, or if you live down there, have you seen them?
I know. I haven't seen any videos per se either of them in movement. So, interesting.
Yeah, not above.
Yeah, no,
above ground.
No.
No, not at all. Not yet. But this is exciting. I was kind of lukewarm on the whole gondola thing, but as we're getting closer now, seeing it visually, I'm more excited.
Yeah, me too.
Yep, and even though I'm afraid of heights, when it's done, I think I want to try. I really do. One time, I might be scared to death, but I do. I think I want to give it a try.
Oh, yeah, you kind of have to.
Yep, so right around the corner, I can't wait. And our final news story.
Well, I thought this was kind of neat. There's customized t-shirts now available at shopdisney.com.
Interesting.
So are you looking for that perfect Disney gear for your next Disney vacation, or just to show your unique Disney style? You can now customize your own t-shirts and gear on shopdisney.com. Here you're going to find exclusive artwork featuring Mickey and friends, along with other park icons like the Sleeping Beauty or Cinderella Castle. You'll also find many other fonts to personalize your items just the way you like them, so be sure to check it out. So,
yeah, you showed this.
Yeah, I actually pulled it up the other day. I was showing Walt, and you always you see a lot of families in the parks that have the matching t-shirts and the family trip. Well, you can now do them on the Disney site, which I'm kind of surprised it took them this long to do that, because you wouldn't think they'd want people going to outside sites and sources. Now, granted, the Disney pricing is going to be higher. I think the average t-shirt was around $35.
Oh my gosh, that is pricey.
Granted, this was one I looked at. They have ringer tees, they have V-neck tees. It isn't just your standard regular old, crew neck t-shirt, that can be men, women. They had designs for all different types, like women's style shirts, men's style shirts. So they're going to be fancier, maybe a little higher quality. Depends what you're looking for. But maybe you just want to design a shirt that you like for yourself with certain park icons that you can't get through other sites because they have trademarks. So, I want to look at it a little more. It'd be neat if you could design your own things with like different icons in the park, like maybe the People Mover or maybe they'll allow that to grow and you'll have more options. So I thought that was kind of a neat feature.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And from what I saw of it, from what Melissa showed me, even for it being something that's brand new, there were a lot of options.
There were.
I thought that was good, because normally when stuff comes out, you have limited options.
Right.
Because they want to see how it's going to do. They don't want to have a ton of stuff ready to go because you don't know how well it's going to do. But in this case, they actually had many options.
Right.
And I was really glad for that. And it looks very, very nice. And I think that if and when we ever decide to do these types of t-shirts, which we've wanted to do in the past, I think we'll go this route.
Yeah, I mean, we might spend a couple bucks more, but it should be good quality. It'll have some of the theming that you want.
Yep.
You want it's, park specific. So I think that's a plus.
Yeah, I agree. I'm really excited about that as well. But there you go. That's our In the News section. Now we're going to move to our Around the Park section. And of course, this is where we talk about all the six major Disney parks in the continental U.S., including Disneyland and California Adventure. And we'll talk about any happenings or events going on that we feel you guys need to know about. We'll talk about refurbishments as well. We'll start over at Animal Kingdom. No real special events going on at the moment over there. There is one refurbishment, though.
Yeah, Kelly River Rapids is down like they usually are this time of the year, and they'll be back up in late March, up and running when the weather gets a little warmer.
Right, they are down now. They went down early January, late March, they'll be back. No specific date?
No, nothing yet.
Okay. Now, over at the Magic Kingdom, plenty of stuff going on over there. Maleficent, in her glorious dragon splendor, has returned to the Festival of Fantasy Parade at the Magic Kingdom.
Hooray!
Yeah, I'm really glad she's back, too. After her fiery accident, she has now returned with some safety updates that will keep her in the parade where she belongs. Yeah, we're really happy about this. I've seen video of it now. I missed that part of the parade.
Gosh,
it's one of the kind of wow moments of the parade.
It's a big draw.
It is a big draw. And to have her back and have the dragon back, it's a big plus to that parade again. It makes it a must-see again.
Because she was gone a good, 8-9 months?
Yeah, she was gone for a while.
It seemed like a long time, and that was definitely one of the highlights of that parade, so I'm glad she's back.
Yep, us too. We really are. And, of course, you can see the 3 o'clock parade at 2 o'clock. or 3 o'clock, depending upon the time of year. But Festival of Fantasy Parade is a great parade, and now it's a must-do with Maleficent being back. Also over at the Magic Kingdom, it's a great time to meet up with Mickey and Minnie at the Magic Kingdom during Mickey and Minnie's Surprise Celebration, where you can enjoy new entertainment, merchandise, and specialty food and beverages, and see Mickey and Minnie dressed in their colorful party attire. Looks really cool. Special guests will also be making appearances in the parks, which we've seen in some meet and greets that looked really, really cool. And we've seen so far characters like Phineas and Ferb, Robin Hood and Little John, Nick and Judy from Zootopia, and of course Chicken Little and Abby Mallard, which was really cool seeing them.
Ones you really don't get to see, which is really, really fun.
Definitely some rare characters have been out, and Disney actually has a character schedule of Monday through Sunday right now of specific characters that will be out. So make sure you check them out. The celebration itself will continue through September 30th, 2019. It looks really nice. You have the new Move It, Shake It, Mouse Can Dance It parade. Mickey and Minnie are dressed up now. Special character meet and greets. And they're always meeting down at the main hub area down by the Walt Disney World Railroad train, right there.
Right at the entrance.
Yep, it's really nice. It looks like a lot of fun. Some really rare characters. Chicken Little and Abby Mallard, you never get to meet them.
Never.
Robin Hood, Little John, you never get to meet Little John.
Robin Hood. You don't see either of those characters. So those were pretty cool.
Yep, I mean, Phineas and Ferb you used to get over at Hollywood Studios all the time. Of course, they closed that down. Now it's nice to have them back. So some really cool characters.
Yep.
Check it out.
Absolutely.
Refurbishments over at Magic Kingdom?
Yeah, we still have the Walt Disney World Railroad down, of course, which we've known about. And at this point, it's until further notice. We don't really have a date on when that'll be back. The Tomorrowland Speedway is down because of the Tron
Light cycle.
Going on over there. They're expecting that to open again mid-May of this year. Now, Peter Pan's Flight is down for a refurb and is supposed to open sometime soon. Did say early February. Didn't see anything. I realize it's February 1st, tomorrow. Or by the time you hear this, it could already be reopened. So,
yep. Hopefully it will be. Yep.
And the Liberty Square Riverboat is also down with a to-be-determined reopening date.
Okay, so there you go. That's over at Magic Kingdom. Let's head over to Epcot, and there is some exciting stuff going on over there. In just over a month, the annual International Flower and Garden Festival will be upon us, and this year's Garden Rocks concert lineup is nearly complete. Lots of new acts, folks, and you guys aren't going to believe this. Some of the acts performing this year include Simple Plan, Rick Springfield, Richard Marx, Christopher Cross, The Spinners, Stephen Curtis Chapman, The Guess Who, Herman's Hermits, and many more. Plus, Disney has announced that this year the Garden Rock series will expand to every day at the festival.
That's great.
Every day. That's 270 concerts. That is really cool. Now, for the updated lineup and dates, check out www.disneyworld.com for more details to get all the specific dates of who's coming and when. 270 concerts. Can you believe that? Flower and Garden Festival runs from March 6th to June 3rd, 2019.
Yeah, that's long.
And this is probably our favorite festival of them all.
It's mine so far.
Yep.
I do really love watching the art. Just blanking out on the
Festival of the Arts?
Festival of the Arts right now.
Yep.
I guess it's the only one we really haven't seen yet, other than the Christmas events. And it just fascinates me. It looks like lots of fun. So they always have great stuff going on in Epcot.
Yeah, it's beautiful that time of the year as well, and that's what I really like about it as well. The flowers make it look so beautiful.
That tops it off for me. I just love all the topiaries and just the fields with the flowers that make the shapes, or they make the flower shapes with flowers, and just it's so beautiful. And flowers just make me happy anyway. Yeah. So the colors I just love spring. It just looks like spring, and I could eat it up.
And I'll be surprised now that they're doing this for Garden Rocks. Will they do this for Food and Wine? Will they make the concerts every day for Food and Wine as well? I'll be interested.
Oh, that is interesting. Now, are they just kind of expanding some of the artists they have to stay for longer periods of time, or are they bringing on more? I guess we'll have to look at that.
I think it's a little of both. They're definitely adding. Okay. Yeah, they're definitely adding more artists to the mix for sure. Because the ones that we mentioned, that's not even like.
Oh, even that's not even tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, that's just tip of the iceberg. They have tons more that are coming, but they may be expanding their stays a little bit as to how long they're there.
Some of those sound like some of the normal ones, but some of those sound new to me, so I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Now, as for refurbishments, no real refurbishments going on over at Epcot right now. A lot of construction, because we have, of course, Ratatouille, Guardians of the Galaxy, the new space restaurant coming and everything. So lots of changes coming to Epcot, but no real refurbishments going on right now.
Right.
Nice. Now let's move over to Hollywood Studios.
Now, beginning March 31st, a new show experience, Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy, is coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios. Lightning McQueen will be addressing the theater audience, giving them racing tips and tricks with a good message on how to work together as a team.
Yep.
So it's weird. I hadn't even heard about this. I was reading an article. This is old news, I guess, to most people, but I didn't even realize this was coming until I was doing some research for the podcast. So I don't know. I feel like I've been under a rock, I guess.
Yep. It's going back in the area by Sunset Showcase. That's behind Rock and Roller Coaster. It's the area where we got the Magical Express. Remember when we did the transportation thing and had to pay the extra?
Wow.
That area where we met the genie, that building right there.
Neat.
That's where it's going.
Oh, I see.
Back there. And it's going to be nice. So far from what I've seen of it, it's going to be interesting how they do this. I don't know if it's going to be a simulation type thing on the screen. But Mater's going to be there. Cruz Ramirez is going to be there. Of course, Lightning McQueen's going to be there. Looks like this is going to be a fun thing.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of a take on Turtle Talk with Crush.
That's what it made me think of.
Enchanted Tales with Belle, where you're actually meeting them, but it's something for the little kids. It's kind of short but sweet.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how they do this. I'll be excited to see it. And we don't have long to wait. March 31st is right around the corner.
And plus, it'd be good to have added stuff. The more we can get over there at Hollywood Studios, the better right now.
Yep, so. And we've talked about this in the past. 2019 is the year. It's Hollywood Studios year.
It's about time.
Yep. Now, also over at Hollywood Studios, breakfast during Early Morning Magic will now be relocating over there. It's going to go from ABC Commissary, which is where it is right now. It's going to be moved over to the Backlot Express starting February 6th, so right around the corner. Now, menu items will include
Mexican corn chilaquiles, an eggs bowl. I don't know if I just butchered that. A shrimp and southern grits bowl. A fried chicken and cinnamon sugar French donut bowl. Interesting. Smashed avocado toast egg plate. And a breakfast charcuterie platter. So the buffet, though, is also going to give you yogurt, cereal, fruit, and assorted pastries. And for the little ones, they can enjoy everything on the buffet, as well as a kid's portion of the fried chicken and cinnamon sugar French donut or scrambled eggs, and both come with sweet potato barrels. Kind of sounds yummy.
Yep, Early Morning Magic is available on select Mondays and Wednesdays from 7:30 a.m. to 8:45 a.m. This is before the park opens to your normal guests, and includes not just the breakfast, but also exclusive limited access to Toy Story Land. So you'll get Alien Swirling Saucers, Slinky Dog Dash, Toy Story Mania. All the rides and attractions will be open, as well as meet and greets with Buzz and Jessie and Woody. So that's kind of cool, too. Breakfast is also until 10 a.m. So even though the park's going to be open at that point,
nice.
You'll be able to get the breakfast up till 10 a.m., which is really nice. Now, the cost for Early Morning Magic is $79 for adults, ages 10 and up, and $69 for children, ages 3 to 9. Valid theme park admission is required, so don't forget that. You can't just buy the Early Morning Magic. You have to have theme park access first.
I guess with breakfast included, that might be worth it. But when I think of it only being an hour and like 15 minutes of extra time, I mean, obviously I wouldn't spend the time eating during that time frame. I would spend that 7:30 to 8:45 strictly doing rides.
Sure.
And then go to get breakfast. So at least I can give Disney credit for keeping the breakfast part open till 10, because otherwise I feel like, they'd be really ripping you off. But if you can get a chance to get in there and get Slinky Dog and get those rides done before the park opens, because otherwise you're in for a really long wait. I think that could be well worth it.
I agree 100%. I think because of what you get, and it's a nice menu too. I mean, you're getting some nice food here and some really good pastries and desserts and yogurt and cereals. I think it's really, really nice for sure.
Yeah, most breakfasts, when you get food like that and you get these character, and granted, I know that's not at the breakfast, but you're looking at $35 a person for most breakfasts when you eat at the park, where you're getting decent foods. I don't think that's horrible if you subtract that from the cost. That's almost half of that admission price. So who's to say? That could be a pretty good deal.
I think so. I definitely do. So that's it there. No refurbishments going on at Hollywood Studios at the moment. It's still Just the normal
Yeah.
construction going on for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and of course the Runaway Railway, which is coming, but no other real refurbishments going on there. Now, moving out west to Disneyland, we do have some news out there.
Yeah, so there's an all-new Disney Princess breakfast adventure being offered at the Disneyland Resort at the Napa Rose Restaurant at Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa. Phew, say that 4 times
That's
fast.
a lot.
So here you're going to enjoy a 3-course breakfast along with enchanting activities like a story time, a private portrait location, and premium keepsakes.
Wow.
Here you will also get to meet Belle, Tiana, Ariel, Jasmine, and more. This made me think of as kind of a cross between Cinderella's Table and Beauty and the Beast.
This sounds fantastic to me,
Maybe
actually.
a little fancier.
To be able to meet Belle, Tiana, Ariel, and Jasmine once that... I don't know. This sounds really nice to me. The menu items sound pretty good as well. You get some activities in there. This sounds really cool.
Well, it's neat because they indicated that the kids get taken to a separate area where they kind of read the story time and the princesses actually interact and tell you stories.
Nice.
About how, like, it's supposed to be real life so kids can relate to them and what they're doing in their own lives, which I thought was neat. I didn't see anything about the pricing, so I know it's probably not super cheap. That didn't come up in the article that I read, but I thought that it was kind of neat because they take you to different sections for different things, and you can enjoy it kind of in stages. So I thought that was kind of fun.
Cool. Very nice. Very nice. I think that sounds fantastic. I would love to do that. But we're not out in Disneyland. Maybe one day, we're hoping.
Soon enough, I hope.
It does sound pretty nice, though, folks. As for refurbishments, there are a few going on at Disneyland.
So we have Sleeping Beauty Castle walkthrough, shut down middle of January, have not announced a reopening date yet. It's a Small World is down for a small refurb and will be should be reopened as of February 1st.
Yep.
That's kind of up in the air. Sailing Ship Columbia went down January 22nd, no reopening date yet. Splash Mountain's going to be going down from February 4th to the 14th, and Space Mountain's going down as of February 25th. No time frame on the reopening for that as of yet.
Okay. Over at California Adventure, they do have some happenings going on over there. And this one was kind of cool. We saw some video on this. The Lunar Year celebration is now underway at Disney's California Adventure. Celebrate the Year of the Pig, now through February 17th. Here you'll be able to enjoy Asian culture through inspired food, music, and entertainment. Watch Mulan's Lunar New Year procession, which is a parade hosted by Mulan and Mushu. And then there is also an appearance by the Three Little Pigs, of course, to welcome in another year of good fortune. We saw the video on that. Looked pretty cool.
And it's funny to have the Three Little Pigs because you never see
agree.
them.
No, not at all. You're right. You don't. The Big Bad Wolf, very seldom. They're very rare characters. So it was nice to see them. But yeah, that lunar show looked really nice. I think they did it really well. They incorporated it well. There's all kinds of decorations in the area also for Disney's California Adventure that I thought were really cool. And it looks nice. Lunar New Year is upon us. The year of the pig.
Yeah, it's my year.
Yep. Amen. Oh, you were being funny. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean that, folks. She's not a pig.
You can be a big pig too.
Oi! What about refurbishments over at California Adventure?
World of Color is down and no opening date announced just yet. Grizzly River Run is still down, and Silly Symphony Swings will be going down March the 4th. And again, no reopening date. They don't like to give those to us in Disneyland. I'm not sure why.
DCA, no, they don't. I don't know why either. I mean, maybe that's a good thing, because if they have to extend it, then they can't say, well, you told me this
wrong.
date. Yep. So that's it for Around the Parks. And now we're going to move over to this date in Disney history. And what do we have there?
Well, just some fun dates that happen. I actually chose February dates because by the time you guys hear this, it'll probably be February. So February 1999, Cali River Rapids opened at Disney's Animal Kingdom in Asia.
That wasn't an original park opening ride. How about
because it's in Asia, and Asia didn't open until the next year.
You're right. That's right. Yeah, we were there. I should have remembered that. Yeah.
February 2001 is when Disney's California Adventure Park opened.
Neat.
And February 2015 is when the iconic Sorcerer's Hat was removed from Disney's Hollywood Studios.
I do remember that. I remember us doing a podcast on that as well. That is so funny. But there you go. So that's our this date in Disney history. And now we move on to our Did You Know That?
Yep, this is just a fun little fact that I thought was kind of cool, especially in the wake that we know Spaceship Earth is going to be going down for a refurb, so we'll see if any of this changes. But did you know that some of the characters in Spaceship Earth are actually repurposed animatronics from the Hall of Presidents? Teddy Roosevelt has become a Roman senator. John Adams is one of the monks. I don't know if he's one of the ones that's sleeping or...
I don't know.
And William Taft is the Egyptian priest.
How about that?
So that's kind of funny. It makes me want to go look and then
Yeah.
go to the Hall of Presidents to see if you can see the resemblance.
Absolutely, yeah. Now I'm going to look for that
I know.
because I knew that there were ones that were repurposed animatronics in there, but I didn't know specifically who they were and where they were now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really neat. So you're right. Next time we go in there, we'll have to look at the Egyptian priest and say, does that look like William Howard Taft?
Of course, I don't even know what he looks like, so that's really hard to say. That's why I
that's-
have to compare it to the Hall of... I'll have to bring up pictures from the Hall of Presidents,
Yeah.
and then when we go through Spaceship Earth to take a look and see if I can tell.
Yep. And then finally, of course, the most important part of the show is our shout-outs. And this week with shout-outs, we just want to thank everybody.
Yeah,
It's
we
more of a
really
week.
do.
Yeah, we just want to thank everybody who comes out each and every week, whether it's the podcast or the YouTube channel, or whether it's the Twitter account or the Facebook account or the Instagram
Or the live streams.
or the live streams, whatever it may be. We just want to thank everybody for the support and love that you guys have always shown us. It means a lot to both of us, for sure.
Absolutely. This has become, for us, it's been a really big change in 2018 for us and our approach. And it's actually just been something really positive for us. And we just really want you to know how much we really love all you guys. And it's just been really great. It's been something really uplifting for us. So thank you.
Yep, we definitely mean that. It does mean a lot to us. And we hope you guys enjoyed the podcast this week. We had a good time bringing it to you. We always do. Lots of news, lots of good stuff coming. The year's going to get even more and more busy. It is. It's going to be a big year. And we're going to have tons to talk about in these podcasts. And we can't wait. It's going to be exciting.
It's going to be an exciting year. You're right.
Yep, it definitely will. And again, if you're watching or listening, please, if you could, give us a thumbs up on the video. Share it to other folks. Let them listen to the podcast as well. We'll have some visuals in there for you guys also, but we'd appreciate that. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe to us here on YouTube. Just hit that bell notification and that subscribe button. And other than that, folks, we just hope you all have a great week. We will see you again in 2 weeks, February 13th, the day
it'll be back
before
right around
Valentine's Day.
Of course, by the time you hear it, it probably will be.
Yeah.
That'll be our gift of love to you.
Yeah, getting the podcast out on time. Well, until then, guys, have a great 2 weeks. We will see you on the 13th. And until then, take care of yourselves and each other.
Goodbye.
Take care.